All right, guys, today is Friday, September 13th, 2019, and I want to take time out to go over and analyze the three trades that we took earlier this week or on this week to give us about 260, 270 pips of profit. The three trades were the Euro CAD, which I posted the results of that trade, I believe, on Tuesday. You'll see that video. It's already on my YouTube channel. You can go ahead and check out that trade, why we took the trade, and how the trade played out. The second trade that we actually took during the week was the GBPUSD, and then we took another smaller position on the British pound Singapore dollar this week also. All three trades hit the take profit, and I just want to go through the rundown really quick of the last two trades, the British pound USD and the GBP Singapore dollar, so you guys can see what I was looking at, why I took the trades, and you can actually see how the trades played out. So on the screen right now, we're looking at the we're looking at the British pound US dollar. Let's flash over to the daily chart really quick. Okay. So on the daily time frame, because you know that's where I get my signals or my ideas to go ahead and take trades. So on the daily time frame, you see the strong momentum moving up in this market. Okay. Momentum is moving up. It's actually giving us a pullback. This is actually a counter trend trade because as you can see here, if you look at the weekly chart, what do we see? The overall momentum is down. The overall momentum is down. So if I go to the weekly chart and I see the overall momentum is down, then my first instinct is to trade down, right? I want to look for a move to the downside. But when I go to a smaller time frame, which is the daily chart where I actually take my signals, I can see that we're coming off a level. So this would be the reason why I would take a counter trend trade, because on my daily time frame charts, guys, the support and resistance levels are going to be from the weekly time frame. So I'm coming off a weekly support level. Okay, so that gives me a little bit more confidence that, hey, it's okay to take a counter trend trade right now because this is the way price is moving, and it's giving you a nice pullback to set up a move in the continuation, which I'm expecting to see on next week. But to this trade, I saw price moving up. I also saw this 36 period moving average that I often use snaking up behind price right here, which I use it as another confluence in terms of support, to tell me what price essentially may do. So now my antennas are up. I want to probably take a buy trade to this 1 year level of resistance right here. Okay, now these three lines here, guys, these are what I placed on the chart to show you my stop loss, entry, and take profit in this trade. Okay, stop loss, entry, and where the take profit was. So what actually made me take the trade was, I believe after seeing this signal right here, I wanted price to break this level and put me into the momentum. So here's the actual stop loss, and here's the entry right here, and put me into this momentum. And you guys know I always look for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Stop loss was about 80 pips, and first I'm looking for the first 80 pips, but with this trade it worked out to be about 120 pips of take profit. So let's go down to the 4 hours so you can see where I entered and why I entered the trade. All right, so you can see I plotted in the lines right here, but I'm gonna go a step further. And I'm going to actually go ahead and pull the trade on the chart. So you'll see exactly the day I entered. Boom. So here's the entry. Here's the take profit. And like I told you guys before, here's the stop loss. Here's the stop loss of that trade. Okay. So again, you can see price came down and it gave us this bullish candle up right here. This bullish candle up. So I'm saying to myself, oh, price wants to continue to go higher. And I already know from the daily chart, this is the level right here of resistance right here. So I know price, if it goes higher, it's probably going to close out more than likely around this level right here. That's why my take profit is just a little bit shorter or a little bit closer than the actual resistance level, just in case price doesn't make it all the way to the resistance. Okay. So here's my entry. Here's my stop loss. If price breaks this level right here, I want price to continue to go up. At least that's what I think price is going to do based on the pullback on the weekly time frame as strong momentum, as well as strong momentum that was showing on the daily time frame. So here it is. I took an entry right here at the break of this candle with let's call it 88 pips as a stop loss. 88 to 90 pips stop loss. And then again, the trade actually closed out for, I believe, 127 pips. Let's do the calculations really quick. Calculators up. So my take profit 1.24913. No, I'm sorry, that's what price is now. 1.24916. 1.24916. And my entry was 1.23657. Hope I got this correct. So boom, that was 125. Let's call it 126 pips profit. 126 pips on that one trade. So that was the British pound USD. 126 pips. Let me add that to my I have it on the calculator. 126 pips. Let me write it down somewhere else if I have to add. So 126 pips. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to load up the next trade, which is the GBP Singapore dollar. Okay, guys, so I'm back. Now on the screen, you see the USD Singapore dollar. I was saying GBP Singapore dollar, but it's not. It was the USD Singapore dollar was the final position of the week. And we took a sell position on this trade. Now, we're back at the daily chart. Here's what I saw. Strong momentum to the downside. This level just broke. Strong momentum to the downside. I figure price is going to go to this level. So how do I hop on this trend, right? There's no entry on the daily chart. There's no entry at all. So again, we go down to a smaller time frame. We're looking for a pullback. We're looking for a pullback on the either the 4-hour or the 1-hour time frame to actually put us in the trade. Okay. If you look at the 4-hour, you'll see where we actually entered the trade right around here. This level right here, we actually entered the trade. We hit the take profit of that was 57 pips. 57 pips on the take profit when I did the calculations earlier. But how do we get into the trade? Two things we can do. We can either take a break of this level, because this would be consolidation that's taking place right here. This is consolidation, right? It's just such a strong momentum that the pullback is not deep, so you can't see it. If you want to actually get a 1, 2, 3 pullback, you have to go down to the 1-hour time frame. Now look at it. It's clearer now. Here's where the day started. I took the break of this level right here. Came back, pulled me back about 18 pips, I remember. And then it fell straight down to the take profit. Right? So that entry, it was okay. It could have been better. But when these things take place, either I'm not in front of the computer or I'm probably sleeping at the time. So sometimes I go ahead and place my entry where I predict price would be. Sometimes I suffer a little drawdown or pull back into the level. I actually put my take profit, as you can see, the take profit is here. I put it behind this level, because like I said, these levels don't repaint. It's already here. And then based on where I'm at in the take profit, 57, 58 pips, I'm going for a 1-to-1 all day long. And it's amazing that this 1-to-1 right here coincides with a level of support. Again, these levels, they're already there. They don't repaint at all. So that's the GBP Singapore dollar. Let me run through it again. I felt like I did that kind of fast. Strong down move on the daily chart. Go to the 4-hour. Where can I get in? You have a couple options. Break of this level if you feel the move is strong enough. That's what you're seeing. Break of this level. Or hop over to the 1-hour time frame for an entry. Check it out. Price came out that day, gave you a move down. It broke this level. My entry was kind of late. I had to suffer some pullback, 18 pips. But the momentum is so strong on that daily chart, as you can see. Really, that wasn't much drawdown anyway. Straight to the take profit. 57 pips on that trade. So 125. So 125 pips on the pound USD. USD Singapore dollar, 57 pips. Euro CAD, 90 pips. I hope that was the trade Euro CAD from earlier. If not, I'll clean it up. 272 pips on the week. 3 positions. This is Easy trading simply meaning I take those signals from the daily time frame. I go in, put in the positions, and I just go back and check the positions once, sometimes twice a day, depending on how far the position has to run. But I'm not sitting in front of the charts. I'm trading on momentum. I'm using my support and resistance levels. I'm using the momentum in the market, overall trend to look for my setups or my entries, I should say, on a lower time frame. But keep in mind, my signals are only coming from the daily chart. That's what makes the momentum so strong. All right. These are different nuances that I'm showing you guys to my new level strategy. If you guys have any questions about the strategy, if you have any questions about any of the indicators that I use, hey, leave me a comment. Um, I reply back to the comments. Please make sure you like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to the page. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos that's going to be giving out tidbits of that strategy so you guys can apply those things to your own trading style. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Good night.